What's going on, guys? So, um, just looking up this report that Stephen Thompson talking about his MCL being injured in the Darren Till fight, and whether or not kicks to the knee should be illegal. My response to that, a lot of people are up in arms, and it's a lot of fans who probably have never fought before, or who have never really been in a fighting situation. Speaking on this, a lot of people are saying like, okay, do we just ban all strikes then? Do we just, try and act like, okay, brain damage isn't more severe than damaging your knee? It's like, I understand their point, but the idea behind it is that getting hit to the knee directly, it's like, it doesn't really, it can affect the fight. Yes, it can affect the fight, but it doesn't really take a particular skill set. Like, if you were to take the analogy in boxing, right? Rapid punches, right? Rapid punches could be super effective, but we don't do them is because there can be spinal injuries. There can be just a whole bunch of unnecessary injuries that could potentially end a fighter's career. And I think that's what we should be thinking about. Yes, knockouts can end someone's career, technically, right? But, landing a clean, hard shot on the chin while the person is trying to protect themselves and is in a position to protect themselves, it's a little bit different than just stomping on someone's knee. It's just right there. It's there for the taking. You stomp on someone's knee. Like, let's consider the fact that Dominic Cruz has been out from multiple knee injuries. Robert Whittaker was just out for knee injuries. And now Wonder Boy tore his MCL. It's like the whole idea is that you want to get these guys in there fighting. You want your top level guys in there fighting. You don't want to have your number one guy, your number two guy, number three guys sitting on the sideline because, yes, okay, the low line side kick to the knee or to the leg is very, very effective, but it's going to be so damaging that you won't even be able to have your top, money makers where they need to be, and you have to consider. Let's just consider, like, after the fact of fighting. Yes, you could be punch drunk. These kind of things are, they're all encompassing in the sport. But something about the knee is just like you're really unable to even move after a while. If you damage your knee so bad that you can't move, you can't really do footwork and utilize that to defend yourself, it's almost a moot point. It's like you're going in there crippled. There's a reason why we don't allow people to go in there with a torn ACL or something like that. Or, I guess you can argue that we don't allow people with concussions to fight either. But I think the point for me is that it's a tactic you use in a street fight, and you would fish hook in a street fight. You would eye gouge in a street fight, right? So, and you would chop someone's neck if you could in a street fight. So we can't just consider the fact that, okay, we can utilize the kick, and what's the problem? It's a fight. It's like, if you just make that excuse, then allow kicking to the groin, then allow soccer kicks, allow stomps to the head while you have a ground opponent. Like, these are the same kind of things. These are the arguments you're going to have to come up with. And I don't really have a problem with banning kicks directly to the knee. I'm not going to ban leg kicks because getting kicked in the muscle, you're able to heal from that. You're able to heal from that with a couple of days even, or if it's really severe, like a week, 2 weeks, where it's the joints, even you can even tap from an arm bar, so there's so many, you can't really tap out from getting side kick to the knee. It's super tricky. It's super controversial. But coming from someone who has experienced it, has been kicked directly in the knee before, has a damaged knee right now, it's just not fun. It's like your knees are so much about your entire game. Like, even having concussion, you could still, after after some time, rest and everything, you can even still come back to the mat and just move around and not, not just take it easy and just have some kind of smooth training and still be able to perform. But with a knee injury, you're just shot. That's it. And you may be sidelined, and for a good portion of your career. I mean, when you consider the fact that Wonder Boy is like 35 now, he's not going to have too many more years in him unless, he's like a Yoel Romero here. It's like, unless he's like Yoel, unlikely to really just be competing into his 40s, So that's my opinion on it. Don't think it's too outlandish to make these things illegal. Stomps to the knee. Don't really think it's that big a deal if it's made illegal, especially when you consider the fact that not a ton of people use it anyway. So why not? Why not make it illegal? All right, there's not that many arguments for it, so why keep it? All it's going to do is just do more harm than good. So that's my 2 cents. Feel free to leave a comment, a like, subscribe if you want. Tell me I'm full of shit. That's also fine. I don't mind. We can talk it out in the comments, and yeah, deal it there. Hope you liked the video, guys, and catch you later.